Hey guys, welcome back. My name is David here with Nxt Era EDU, and today we're going to be tackling one of the biggest issues I see homeschooling families face, especially those families who are early on in their homeschooling journey, and that's how to get their child to the point where they can self-manage themselves in regards to doing their schoolwork and the education. So, look, a lot of you guys out there are still working right now, whether it be a full-time job, a part-time job, or even just a side gig. It doesn't really matter. Getting your kid to a place where you can walk away from them and comfortably feel that they're getting the schoolwork done that needs to be done is going to be something that buys you guys back hours within your week. This is going to be time you can put your head down and get work done that you need to get done for your job, to get those little miscellaneous chores around the house done, and at the same time, life's always throwing wrenches our way. So this is going to give you an opportunity and time when those hiccups do arise to go handle those problems and know confidently that your child's getting what they need to get done and staying on the right track educationally wise. Here at Nxt Era, we are committed to providing you guys with the information, resources, and tools to allow your child to go out there and build that extraordinary life that they desire. However, with this topic here, I can only give you guys the information. At the end of the day, it's going to fall down onto you and the way you're living your life. That means you're going to have to lead by example on this. What does leading by example look like? That means cutting out all procrastination within your life. Your child's constantly looking at you to be the role model, to be the shining light of what is and what is not expected and what is the standard they're living by. If they look at you and see you don't procrastinate your chores around the house, if there's something you got to get done for work, you best believe you get it done. If there's something life throws your way, you always handle it. What it really boils down to is if you say you're going to do something, you get it done. Or if there's a deadline that needs to be hit, you make sure you hit it. Your kid may never say that he or she is watching you, but they're constantly taking those mental notes to make sure that you're living up to the standard that you're preaching. And if you're not, they're going to look at you as a joke. You need to live beyond that standard. So when they look at you, you're that person that's pulling them to be better. They're looking at you, and whether they say it or not, they're always keeping notes. Remember this? So with this, I would make it a family value or a family belief that, hey, when we have to do something, we get it done. So this way it becomes part of your child's identity. Now he's being reinforced because you're living the example, or she's getting it reinforced to her because you're living the example. It then falls onto them as this is my family, this is my last name, these are my genes, I represent the same thing. And they too will live to that standard. Again, it's going to fall down to your ability to make the right choices and to do the things you're going to have to do. It's going to be hard. It's never going to be easy, but I do believe if you do this, it will be the greatest gift you can give your kid, because not only are you proving to them that this is your guys' family value, this is who you guys are as a family, it shows them this is who I am, and it builds confidence and resilience within them. So tip number 2 is going to be all successful people or all successful leaders are artists. And what do I mean by this? I mean your ability to paint a crystal clear image of what success looks like or what the end goal will be of this will be the deciding factor on whether or not your child does or does not learn or does or does not acquire this skill. As a leader, whether it be for an organization or a business or even your family, it doesn't matter what it is. The clarity of your message will be the deciding factor of what is accomplished, because a team or your kids, if they don't know exactly where they're going, what exactly success looks like, they can't really formulate an exact plan on how to get there. If you give them this vague expectations or vague standards, they're going to give you vague results. But if you give them a crystal clear picture, this is what a successful day looks like, this is what a successful week looks like, they will know exactly what's required, and then they can start building the traits of saying, how do I get to this? And they start learning, okay, I can do this, I do this differently, I do it like this. But they don't know what exactly they're striving for. You cannot hold them accountable for not hitting their goal. That's like a boss only giving you vague instructions, then being mad that you left something out that he didn't clarify. So we got to be crystal clear artists. And what I'm going to stress the absolute most, what I want you to make the most vivid is going to be your standards. If you make your standards extremely vivid, your child will then be able to use those as his boundaries, as his guidelines to know what he can bounce up on and where he knows, okay, I need to realign to here. If he doesn't have those clear standards, it's going to be up to him to choose what is and what is not okay. Set a very vivid standard, and then do not ever compromise that standard yourself or allow your child to compromise that standard.